Hey everybody, Rich here with Anglers, and super excited. We have live spots. So live lining is starting. Spot are definitely showing up in the lower part of the bay. Quite a few reports coming in of guys catching keeper-sized fish, and when they're cleaning them, there's spot inside. So they are starting to feed on them, and we've got lots of them. So make sure you stop by. Wanted to go over how we like to rig a live spot. So a couple different ways you can do it. There's no right or wrong, but here's some options for you. So let's start out with the tools that you'll need. Live lining combo, preferably something that has a live lining feature to it, like these Bait Runner D's. Great rods. We have a huge assortment that we've been putting together. This is what we've been doing the past couple of days, loading up on lots of live lining, chumming combos. Live lining and chunking, you're gonna do the same rig. It just depends on whether it's a live fish on the end or a chunk of bait. Start with the rod. We got braided line or mono. We like braid because you can feel everything. We're going to end that with a snap swivel, but before we put that on, we're going to put on a sinker slide and a bead. What does the bead do? It just keeps the sinker slide off the knot connecting that line on the swivel there so that it doesn't tear it up too bad. And then the sinker slide allows us to change out our sinker. How much weight do I use? It really depends on the current. Depends on whether I'm going to be drifting or I'm anchoring up. So if I'm chumming, where I'm going to have chunks of bait on my hook and I'm going to have a chum bag in the water, probably going to want to anchor up and get those fish to come to me. At that point, there's a lot of current under the water, under the boat, so I'm going to want to have a little bit heavier sinker to hold it down in that current. But if I'm drifting, maybe I'm just going to put some chunks out and not do the chum bag, then I want to have a little bit lighter weight so that I can drift with it. I don't want it to go right to the bottom. And then if I'm going to be doing live lining, same thing. If I'm going to anchor up, might want a little bit more weight, might want a little less weight. Sometimes I don't want any weight at all, and I'm going to show you how to rig a spot so that you don't even have to use weight if you're going to use a live bait. So what's going to go on the end of that snap swivel? Circle hook rig. You can use these snell hooks. These are 18-inch leaders. We carry these from Eagle Claw. We've got a bunch of different sizes. There's always the great debate on what size hook to use. It's tough to go by the number. So unfortunately, there's no universal sizing with hooks. Even within a manufacturer, from Eagle Claw, you'll find a 5/0 hook in one style and a 5/0 hook in a completely different circle hook style that are completely different in physical size. So I try to gauge it just by the size of the hook by looks, not necessarily by the number. These are 5/0s, but this is a big 5/0 in my opinion. So another time for that debate. But what am I looking for? I'm looking for a hook that has a big enough gap to put in the back of the fish. So let's take this hook here. Let's grab ourselves a spot. Make sure you've got a bucket when you stop by, and you have an aerator to keep these guys alive, because they will not last on the ride home if they don't have air. So once we have our spot, if I'm going to be drifting this guy towards the surface, I'm going to put the hook right through his back, just like so. And that's it. It's that simple, and that's exactly what he's going to do when he's in the water. If that fish is going to be, if the fish are on the bottom, if the stripers are on the bottom, I'm going to hook him back here in the tail, just like so. Back here in the meat. And the reason I want to hook him back here is, oh, well, we're going to hook him in the tail back here. The reason we're going to do that is they're going to swim down. They almost always swim down. We'll get him back in the water here. They're going to always swim down when you hook him in the back of the tail. And then I don't really need a sinker. They're doing all the work for me. Put the open the bail or open that free spool and let the fish swim down for you. He's going down where we want him to without any weight. But if we're going to hook him in the back, we're going to let him swim. We're marking fish kind of like mid-water column and up. So lots of spot in stock. We've got lots of rigs ready to go. We've got lots of combos ready to go. It's that time of the year. We're super excited. So make sure you guys stop by. If you have any questions, just let us know. Good luck out there. Have fun.